your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Pure Jungle.
The headlines. President Edgar Lungu to go on holiday after returning from AU summit. Zambia records a decrease in inflation rate for January. New opposition political party formed. In foreign news, Nigeria accused of failing to act on massacre warnings. With the details, my name is Daniel Tonga. Former Lusaka City Council workers have continued to demand for their retirement benefits. The retirees gathered at the council premises in Lusaka in their usual manner to press council management release their terminal benefits. They have threatened that they will not stop making their demands until they are paid their packages. The retirees have told Prime TV that they have been demanding for their pay for over 5 years, but nothing has been done. They have called for the newly elected President Edgar Lungu and Vice President Inonge Wina to help address their plight. Efforts to get a comment from Lusaka City Council proved futile by press time.
Chameti rufuna ni ndalama. Bativuta mkanso. Ndalama sizooneka, but ndalama zingena kwa mezienda sizooneka. Wakuba.
These are voices of distress, anguish and agony. These are former council workers who are demanding for their terminal benefits. They have been demanding for their benefits for over 5 years. But up to now, their former employer, the Lusaka City Council, has not paid them. They have gathered again with hopes that government this time around will heed to their call.
Kulomba njala ya kwenda kuchokera kumendo baka kuyofika kumutu. Kulira, talira, sikunveka, nonveka. Kwa masitizi wa China chochita kayatinga chitebwanji. Masikuri ya wana watu wanapasa. Kulibewa mwezi waife malitayariza napeleka kwa wana wake yai. Taira kutitipase mkono kamono chabe wana pite kusukuru pamene mkonza ndalama hizo. Tinamba ni kudala kapena 2011, 2012, 2013 ndalama sizooneka. Ni mapromise eka. Please tapapata Mama Wina wangeneko na Edgar Lungu wangenemo wa presidenti. Bativuta mkanso ndalama sizooneka, but ndalama zingena kwa mezienda sizooneka. Wakuba wagula mamoto kanyowani twachisa na machezi ukola gatwaisa next time twesa mkasho muri impota na tukwata kali so mubebe tuwapapata impia tuleshifuaya.
Talking in making demands probably may not have helped much. These retirees decided to sing in making their demands loud to government.
You go to the pensions board, which is LASIF, where we belong. Not even a single way was sent there. What is it that is happening? The government should come in. In fact, what we are urging is the new president, the incoming president and his vice, Honorable Mama Wina. She's the mother. She should understand about these things.
One wonders for what really it will take for government and the Lusaka City Council to heed to their call, especially that these people have had their demands for over 5 years. Reporting for Prime TV News, Daniel Tonga, Lusaka. Patriotic Front Secretary General Davis Chama says President Edgar Lungu will go on a holiday after returning from African Union Summit in Ethiopia. Mr. Chama says the president will constitute his full cabinet after he returns from an unnamed holiday destination. He says the president needs to refresh after a gruesome election campaign before picking a team that can carry on with the vision of the party. Mr. Chama adds that he has been asked by the head of state to accompany him for a holiday but has not disclosed the date and destination. He was speaking at KK International Airport after seeing off President Lungu, who has left for Ethiopia to attend the African Union Summit. United Party for National Development, UPND, has allayed concerns by its supporters that party president Hakainde Hichilema will not stand in 2016. Party Deputy Spokesperson Edwin Lefokelo has assured UPND supporters countrywide that Mr. Hichilema will still stand in 2016 on the party's ticket. He states that rumors suggesting that Mr. Hichilema will not stand are neither here nor there, as the party has already settled for Mr. Hichilema. Mr. Lefokelo said this in an interview with Prime TV News in Lusaka. According to the UPND constitution, a candidate is not allowed allowed to contest on the party's ticket for more than 4 times.
And let me also take this opportunity to allay fears out there in the public who are saying that maybe because Hakainde has stood 4 times, he's not standing in 2016. Our constitution, the party constitution of UPND, does not restrict Hakainde from standing. He can stand even 20 times. The party does not bar him from standing. So Hakainde will be our candidate in 2016. We will be making, I know the party will be making a statement to that effect. Our lawyers will be making a statement to that effect. And in any case, even if it were so that he was not eligible to stand using our party constitution, we still amend our party constitution because we want Hakainde to stand. But we know that Hakainde will stand. The constitution allows him to stand.
A new political party has been formed in Zambia called Odi Liberation Party, OLIPA. The party is headed by Mpundu Mwanamwelwa, the former Unemployment Association of Zambia president. In a statement to Prime TV, party president Mr. Mwanamwelwa says the party will be based on Zakaza principle and the party symbol is a star. He says evils like corruption, division and violence slowly destroying the social fabric of society have necessitated the formation of a new and alternative party. Mr. Mwanamwelwa has disclosed that the party is expected to be officially launched on the 28th of March 2015 in Lusaka. A financial analyst has called on the government under the leadership of President Edgar Lungu to ensure they refrain from making politically inclined decisions with the potential to weaken the country's economy. Mambo Hamaundu has noted that with positive economic indicators such as reduced fuel prices and basic commodities, an economy like Zambia can reduce the levels of poverty. He says everyone, including investors, are optimistic that with the new government in place, the economy can improve. He has, however, called on President Lungu to appoint well-informed people in his cabinet that will be able to handle issues of the economy with a direct bearing on the poor.
Arguably, our country still has over 50%, 60% of its people living in very deplorable state. And I think it is the mandate of government to ensure that these matters are addressed. And I think to address some of these issues, there is need now to move away from making decisions that are, that are politically expedient, to making decisions that will improve the lives of our people. I have in mind the issue of Lumwana, or is it Barrick Gold Mine, which is facing imminent closure because of a fiscal policy. I think that government should discuss with these mining entities and seriously engage them to save the many jobs that might be lost because of closure.
We are now taking our first break. Stay with us if you can for other interesting stories right after this.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Welcome back, and now other stories. Zambia's annual inflation rate for the month of January 2015 has decreased to 7.4% compared to 7.5% in the month of December 2014. Announcing the development to the media, Central Statistics Office CSO Acting Director Goodson Sinyenga attributed the decrease to the reduction in food and non-food commodities. Mr. Sinyenga says the 0.1 percentage difference in the annual inflation rate is significant. He has, however, added that the annual non-food inflation rate for January 2015 decreased to 8.0% from 8.4% in the month of December 2014.
If you look at the evolution of the annual food and non-food inflation rate, what we've noticed again is that the annual food inflation rate for January 2015 was recorded at 7.4% compared to 7.5% recorded in the month of December 2014. This indicates a decrease of about 0.1, very marginal decrease of 0.1 percentage points. On the other hand, the annual non-food inflation rate for January 2015 decreased to 8% from 8.4% recorded in December 2014. So you can see that much of the decline, I think, was on the non-food item component.
PEP Zambia Private Enterprise Program Manager Bayo Akaindeinde says there is a great need to support small-scale business. Mr. Akaindeinde says if well supported, SMEs have great potential to contribute effectively to the economic development of the country. He says the country should start investing heavily in SMEs because that's where the country's wealth lies at the moment. Mr. Akaindeinde has revealed that his organization has embarked on a 5-year plan to support SMEs in the country. He said this in an interview with Prime TV News shortly after his organization signed a memorandum of understanding with its partners with an objective of creating economic and social development.
The Private Enterprise Program, which is PEPZ, is a DFID UK government-funded program for 5 years in Zambia. And the idea is to look at supporting entrepreneurship in Zambia to address the issue of inclusive growth and job creation in Zambia. We'll be targeting women as well as young people. And like I said, it's a 5-year program. And it runs through 4 components: business development services, the business linkages program, an impact investment fund, and the business plan competition, which we're calling Yamuka Zambia.
And the company's business plan competition manager, Shelin Jetty, announced that his company is committed to offering technical support to emerging entrepreneurs. Mr. Jetty explained that this support will be in form of business planning workshops, coaching, mentoring session, and many other opportunities.
The whole point of the competition is to encourage entrepreneurship, to stimulate talent, to stimulate enterprise growth, and to stimulate people to apply. And we are hoping that we will work in partnership because, as Bayo explained, this is a 5-year program. It's a long-term vision we have to make sure that we work well and we succeed. But we can only do that with our partners.
A 47-year-old man of Kawe has been arrested for defiling his own sick biological 16-year daughter. Zambia police spokesperson Charity Munganga Chanda named the suspect as Rogers Mayayu. The incident happened at Lusaka's University Teaching Hospital when Mayayu was left to nurse his daughter, who had been admitted to one of the wards at UTH. The suspect took advantage of his ailing daughter, who had not been talking for close to 2 months, by defiling her each time he took her to the bathroom. The victim, who who has only started talking recently, revealed the ordeal to the nurses, stating that the latest incident happened around 02:30 hours. The man will appear in court soon. We're now going for our second break. Join us for other interesting stories right after this.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Welcome back now in foreign news. The Malaysian government has officially declared the disappearance of Malaysian airline flight MH370 an accident and says there were no survivors. No trace of the Beijing-bound aircraft has been found since it disappeared on 8th March 2014. Officials say that the recovery operation is ongoing, but that the 239 people on board are now presumed dead. The plane's whereabouts are still unknown despite a massive international search in the southern Indian Ocean. The declaration on Thursday should allow compensation payments to relatives of the victims. And finally, in our news, scientists tracking the Ebola outbreak in Guinea say the virus has changed. Researchers at the Institut Pasteur in France, which first identified the outbreak last month, are investigating whether it could have become more contagious. More than 22,000 people have been infected with Ebola and 8,795 have died in Guinea, Sierra Leone and Liberia. Scientists are starting to analyze hundreds of blood samples from Ebola patients in Guinea. They are tracking how the virus is changing and trying to establish whether it's able to jump more easily from one person to the other. A previous study in Sierra Leone showed the Ebola virus mutated considerably in the first 24 days of the outbreak, according to the World Health Organization, WHO. For these and other stories, we monitored Al Jazeera.
The Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant has released a new audio recording. The message has not been verified, but the group wants Jordan to release Sajida al-Rishawi, an Iraqi woman on death row. If she's not released, ISIL says it will kill Jordanian pilot Muaz al-Qasasbi, who was captured last December. Meanwhile, in Japan, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has again called for the release of Kenji Goto, a Japanese journalist also being held by ISIL in Syria. His government is facing criticism over its response to the hostage crisis. The United Nations has called for maximum restraint after 2 Israeli soldiers and a UN peacekeeper were killed in an exchange of fire between Israel and Hezbollah. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned the Lebanese armed group that it will pay what he calls the full price for the deaths of Israeli troops. Investigators looking into the fatal crash of AirAsia Flight 8501 say the co-pilot was at the controls when it went down. They also say the jet had been cruising at a stable altitude before it crashed into the Java Sea in late December on its way from Surabaya in Indonesia to Singapore. In Australia, details are emerging about how 2 hostages died in a gun attack on a cafe last year. A lawyer who was one of the hostages told an inquest into the attack that one person was killed by fragments of a police bullet.
Ms. Dawson was struck by 6 fragments of a police bullet or bullets, which ricocheted from hard surfaces into her body. Mr. Johnson was made by Mr. Monis to kneel on the floor of the cafe. After a short lapse of time, Mr. Monis simply shot him without further notice or warning in the back of the head.
In the Philippines, the bodies of 42 of the 44 policemen killed in clashes with rebels in the south have arrived in Manila. The officers will be given state honours on Friday in a ceremony led by the president. They died during a botched raid to capture key members of an armed group on Sunday. Amnesty International says Nigeria's military has repeatedly ignored warnings of impending Boko Haram attacks in the northeast. It's accused the army of not responding to requests to send reinforcements to the town of Baga earlier this month.
And as we come to the end of our news, we take a look at what made the headlines. President Edgar Lungu to go on holiday after returning from AU summit. Zambia records a decrease in inflation rate for January. New opposition political party formed. In foreign news, Nigeria accused of failing to act on massacre warnings. And that will do for our news. Thank you so much for your time. This has been Daniel Tonga. Bye-bye for now.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.